Hey guys, we're Sal and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
Welcome to episode 9.
Yay!
Welcome.
I feel like we've done so many more.
Oh my gosh,
than
we're
9.
professionals, right? Can't you tell? Because, me saying we're professionals is what makes us professionals. It's kind of like how,
right.
But I'm a really nice person if you keep having to say it.
Right.
No, but, so this is a knitting and fiber related podcast. If you're new, thank you for joining us. If you're returning, thank you. We love you.
We do.
We're excited to talk to you today. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to talk about first?
Should we talk about
Let's
slaves?
introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay, you're right.
I'm Sallie.
And I'm Allyn.
You can find me on Ravelry as Salliewren.
And I'm on Ravelry as Allynlovesyarn.
We're on Instagram as Wool Slayers Podcast and Facebook as Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers.
And join us on Facebook.
Yes, we are going to be posting some super fun stuff on the Facebook page. I mean, the Instagram too, but some people, not everyone has Instagram.
Right.
So
I was a
you're
holdout.
missing out though.
I was a holdout for a really long time,
Yeah.
but now I like Instagram
It's my
better.
favorite, but I understand some people don't have it. So.
Yep.
So that's new. The Facebook page is new. So please go join us over there so you don't miss out on anything, because we're going to be posting a lot of the free patterns that Allyn is always giving you guys. We're going to post the ones that we're not going to have time to air before the freebie ends. They'll be on the Facebook page. So you're definitely going to want to follow that.
Yep.
Also, the tank along is still going on. There's a thread in our Ravelry group, which you should also join. Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers on Ravelry. And so you want to post a picture of a finished or work in progress tank top or short sleeved top that you have knit on or finished this year. Literally 2017. Whips count. And there is a super awesome skein of Mad Tosh yarn and an Erin Lane project bag. So you're going to want to win that. What else? Do you want to do our knitting first, or do you want to talk about all the exciting things that have been happening to us?
Let's do our knitting first.
Okay.
Do you want to do
No.
exciting? Okay.
We have super exciting things to tell you.
We do have it, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But I mean, we're here for the knitting.
Right.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay, go first. You want to go first?
Me?
Because yours is like super obvious.
Because I'm wearing it.
So fun!
Technically, it's not knitting, it's crochet.
Yes.
But, so I have talked about my Happy Snowman mitts and how much I love this stripe pattern. Just love it.
Mustache yarn.
Mustache yarn. So, what I did was,
Oh my gosh.
I went stash diving. I have 2 separate stashes. I have one that is hanging on the back of the door in a shoe caddy thing. That's all acrylic and cotton and kid stuff, kid friendly stuff. Then I have on a shelf, I have all my nice stuff. So the kid stuff was kind of, I don't know how I ended up with so much of it, but it was kind of going everywhere. And I've been trying to think, like, what can I make with this? And I saw the striped triangle vest from Michelle.
Shawl vest.
Oh, striped triangle shawl vest from Michelle Greenberg.
Yes.
And it was a free pattern on Ravelry, and she used 2 Karen cakes to show off the striping on Karen cakes.
Cool.
Yes, and she actually has a really good blog post. Like, if you like Karen cakes, she has a really good blog post on the difference between the cakes, like how many colors are going to be in each one and how many repeats, and how to like purchase the cake.
Explaining the colors, how they work.
Yep. And how to purchase the one you want, like if you want 7 different colors. Because even within a colorway, some only have like 4 repeats and some have 7 repeats.
I've only used one, and it's Amelia's. So
yeah, and I've never used it.
I'm not super familiar, but I've seen some cool
So what I did was...
So you cheated.
So I cheated.
You made your own Karen cake.
I don't need to buy anything.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool.
I wanted it to be the stripe of my Happy Snowman. So I started with the white here, this white, and went brown, blue, brown, white, green, and so on. And I used the yarn I had in my kid-friendly stuff. I carried it either doubled or sometimes tripled, depending on how thick the yarn was. And I probably got a little thicker than Aaron in some parts of it. And I used what I had. So see, the yellow is super skinny.
Yeah,
I did not have very much of it.
But you nailed it though. And I kind of like that one pop of yellow.
I just love the colors. I love it, love it,
I love
it.
that you took inspiration.
Yeah.
And just made your own colorway, basically.
So that's why, because, I have a challenge with putting colors together in that I don't trust myself on it.
That's your problem. Your problem's not that you are challenged in putting them together, is that you doubt yourself. Right. Because it always looks good.
Right. But I know that I love what other self-striping yarns do.
Yeah.
I love it. So now my philosophy is, well, let me just go on the internet and find a self-striping pattern I like and then recreate it in whatever I have or whatever I want to make. So it was like a light bulb moment. Like, hey.
Well, it's very cool. And we'll pop in a little video, a full length.
Yes,
of you wearing it. Instead of getting up and knocking me over and disturbing the dog.
Knocking the camera over. Because then that would take a while.
No.
I know.
No, that was last time and that was my kids.
Right.
Okay, so it's very cool. So we're going to pop a video in.
And it's very heavy, but it essentially is a triangle scarf.
Yeah, and, with holes for arms.
Right, with holes for arms. It was super easy to make.
I love it in the back.
Went forever.
It looks super cute in the back.
Thank you. I haven't really seen it from the back.
Well, you will when we pop this video in.
Right.
Super cute.
Thank you.
I know. Be inspired.
Yes.
Very cool. Good job. And you hadn't even started. We were talking about this at the water park. And you were like, oh, here's the picture. And then I show up today and you're like, boom. What?
But that's why I love crochet, because it'll just fly.
Yeah. It looks like it's just so much though. That's a lot of yarn.
But it is a lot of yarn, mostly because I carried it double. Yeah. But it still just flies because you're just pulling and pulling and pulling. I love it.
Gosh, I guess I'm gonna have to eventually crochet.
You might have to try it. Try it again.
I've tried it.
Yeah, try it again.
Not good at it. Okay. Well, I have a.
I
have a fail.
No. I don't know about this. What happened?
So I was trying to participate in the tank along.
Oh, right.
First of all, the original tank top that I was going to make, I'm not going to name it by name, but let's just say I bought the pattern and got my money back for it.
Really?
I was like, bye-bye in the trash. I would like my $8 back, please. $8. And it was basically unintelligible. Is that a word?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
god. It wasn't illegible, but it was gibberish.
Really? And it was knitting?
It was knitting.
Huh. Interesting.
And I was like, you know what? Like, I never return, books because it's, how do they know I didn't read it? And it just seems like such a, that's your risk buying. But $8 and then it's basically unknittable. And I'm not the only one.
I was going to say, how many people have made it?
10. And I made the mistake of not looking at that before I bought the pattern. Oh. And then I bought it, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to go see other people's. Do it the other way, people. Because I went, and everyone was like, man, this pattern is not well written. And I was like, oh, no. And then I looked at it and thought, it's really awful. And it wasn't like an individual person. It was through a yarn company. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get my $8 back. I just,
right.
If it was a person, I'd probably just be like, suck it up, buttercup. I'm not going to, but it was a very large yarn company. And so I did not feel bad about asking for my money back. So that was like kind of a fail. But then, so I decided to knit the Neverland tunic, which is just a little short-sleeved shirt, basically. And then at the bottom, it has this little petticoat edge, because it's Neverland, so it's
right.
Yeah. So we'll pop a picture in here. And it's super cute. The fail is not with the pattern. The fail is me. So here's the...
Oh,
see that? So you go in with a contrast color.
Yeah.
Okay, so I started it, and the pattern's great. It's this... But first of all, I'm changing sizes. I'm going down in sizes. So I was like, well, I'll knit it one size like smaller than I am so that, you know, it's like a goal shirt to get into or whatever. Which is fine. That doesn't bother me. Except I can't try it on.
Oh, right.
But that's not even the main problem. So I got a lot done, okay? So you start at the top, at the neck. It has this really wide...
Like a boat neck?
It's not a boat neck, but it's, you know, it's a large kind of scoop neck, I guess. And so you cast on all that and you do the seed stitch neckline. And then you do short rows for the back. Yeah, short rows for the back, for the back. And then you start like, and at the same time your raglan increases. And I don't know, I was already kind of disappointed in my neckline. I think I need to go down a needle size because it's kind of, and this is navy, so I'm sorry if it just looks like a big black hole. Oh, that's not bad. But see that? I don't like how it's like, right? It's like floppy. Yep. Okay, so that was my first, like, and this is Cascade 220, not superwash. And I don't know, I just felt like...
And you don't think it'll block flat?
I just don't know. But then, so I was already kind of like, oh, I hope that blocks out, you know, and so I already had that in the back of my mind. Then, so you're doing short rows in the back, and eventually they come all the way, the last few short rows come all the way here, and then you turn around and go back, and then you turn around and go back. I messed up my wrap and turn somehow.
Oh. So you can see.
And of course it's in the front, right here.
Of course.
And I can't.
It can't be under your hair.
No. See that mess?
Yep. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. And so, and I didn't really realize it, and I kept going. And then I noticed it, because again, this is like, so, it's not black, but man,
it is dark.
Super. So I really don't even like that whole line there of wrap and turns. But that one is really bad. I mean, I think I didn't get the wrap picked up.
Oh,
There, that one right there. It's ugly.
There you go.
Ugly. And when I realized what had happened and that it was going to be right there, it was like all mojo. I mean, it was literally like, I'm done.
You don't want to restart it?
And
treat this like a swatch?
I will restart.
Okay.
I did swatch. Oh, I was super proud of my swatch too. Look how cute. Look at my little swatch. So I swatched, and since it's in the round, and so I did that trick where you, you know, so instead of knitting it in the round, you just
knit flat, but then carry it.
And I didn't cut it in case, because I was going to be super close on yardage, so I didn't cut these. I just blocked it like flat like that. But that way you get your in the round gauge. Right. And so, and I only did half. Like instead of,
I know, I was gonna say, I think that's kind of a small swatch.
It was fine this way, but she gave you 2-inch gauge, so I only did 2.5.
Sallie.
Whatever. Look at the swatch. It's cute. And so I felt good about that, but the other two issues, I think I will restart it. I absolutely want the shirt. I just don't know.
Well, now you could block this.
That's what I was going to say. I might block this and see how this neckline does and go from there. And I will not be participating in the tank along. Like I'm going to take that pressure off myself because I felt like I was forcing this.
Right. You weren't
because
ready.
It's not my size, you know, so, but it's going to be super cute. The little petticoat, she calls it a petticoat edging that you pick up with a contrast color at the bottom, and you go for about 1.5 inches, and then you make a little picot edging so it looks like a petticoat poking out of your shirt. That's going to be in this really pretty.
Oh, that'll be nice.
This is Cascade 220 Superwash in the silver gray. And isn't that cute with the navy?
Really nice.
I made Mitch that Force Awakens hat.
Oh,
That's another one of my projects that made it onto the
The cover
pattern page. I made it out of these 2 exact yarns and then added in like a white.
I love this navy. I've used this navy from Cascade.
It's a good navy.
It's a really good navy, and I've used it for Chicago Bears.
Oh,
it's a really good navy
Bears.
For that, and I have a crazy
It
orange.
It is a good. I love how flat it is. Like it's, that's always not always a good thing, but
it's
when
just
you,
the
but
right
when you
darkness.
need it, it's perfect for Fair Isle. I mean that.
I bet.
Popped.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a real. I love Cascade 220.
I do too.
But this, I will say also, the superwash is so soft. Have you ever felt the difference?
No, I haven't felt the difference but I have used both.
Okay, so feel that.
Okay.
And then feel this.
Oh yeah, it's a huge difference.
And this softens up.
Right.
But knitting with it, like it was.
Was it rough?
This
on your
was
fingers?
a lot, and that's why I'm super bummed that I have to frog this.
Oh yeah.
Because this was not this was tearing up my hands.
Yeah.
But I'm delicate. I'm a delicate flower. Anyway, so I'm gonna do it eventually. I'm definitely not mad at the pattern. It was just me. I just missed that wrap and turn, and then.
It's almost like you need to sit with it under a spotlight.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I was knitting.
Yeah, you just can't see it.
Yeah, and I don't even think you can drop down and fix that.
No, I wouldn't be able to.
And I don't even think I'm not gonna lie, I did go like a ½ inch going, it's fine, I can fix it afterwards. Like I'll just put in yarn and like fill in that hole. And I was like, why would you do that?
I know.
That's stupid.
Just rip it back.
But that's how I am though. I will fight tooth and nail against myself. As like, no, you're not gonna fix it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
And then once I decide to frog something, it's like you're dead to me. And I never think about it again. Except I will.
Right.
I have so much of this yarn. I have to finish. I have to make this, but it's gonna take a break.
Yeah.
We've got a lot coming up.
We do.
We have a lot of knitting coming up, so it's just gonna. It is in a very pretty Erin Lean bag. That was from her club last year.
Very nice.
But yeah, so that's just gone. I will not be participating in the tank along.
Okay. Well, and my tank is in hibernation because I got obsessed with it.
Yes.
I was like, I gotta do it.
This looks like more fun crochet than the other one. The other one you have to think more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. This I could just zip, 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 zip.
Yeah, it looks like it was fun.
Thank you. It was.
So yeah, sorry, I'm a big fat failure in the tank along.
Nah.
But whatevs. I tried 2 different shirts, you guys.
I know. Well, do you have any sleighs?
I do. I have a lot of sleighs.
I have no sleighs. This was my sleigh.
Yeah, I would knit like it was my job.
Oh, show.
Okay. I know, I'm like, what do I show first?
Right.
Okay, so this was my big, lots of bonus points.
Oh, right.
Around your neck cowl entry, because I got a point for the bag, Suburban Stitcher bag. I got a point because I used beads.
Yep.
And I got a point because it was Suburban Stitcher yarn, floral bouquet. And I got a point because I used a sponsor's pattern, which was Boo Knits. So this is the Mimosa.
Wow. Look at that. That is incredible. Look at this.
That bind off was
Wow.
whooping.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So it's all these little picots, but when you
But they're
block,
picots on picots on picots.
it's actually just a picot bind off.
Really?
But because of the way this lace is done, it makes it
Oh.
naturally kind of dip right there, and then I pulled it during blocking.
Nice.
So I pulled it at each of those points
That is gorgeous.
during blocking. And there's beads. Can you see them?
Uh-huh.
Just clear.
They sparkle.
Yeah. I like how that didn't detract from the yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
That's
I'm trying to get a
incredible, Sallie.
little sunlight on there. So it's very girly and dainty.
But I
and
like it.
I do too.
That's really pretty.
Thank you.
And the yarn is a really good match for it because it's not
I
distracting.
thought so too. You can see the lace, but it's
still
not
interesting.
plain. Yeah. I really.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
Yeah. So I got like 4 or 5 bonus points, and then points
plus all the yardage.
Plus the yardage. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
So it's like so girly. I'm like, I'm a girl. So.
I love
super quick.
I love it. And you know
super
what?
Quick.
It looks like maybe that's why it's named Mimosa, because it would look like flowers here, but this looks like grape leaves or like grape bundles.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, and it kind of looks a little
down.
thistle-y to me too, like a thistle blossom kind of.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I liked it. Yeah. Beautiful. Check out her pattern. She has a ton.
Yes, she does have a ton.
Oh,
I feel like they've been really hot on Ravelry right now. Boonit.
Maybe. Yeah, so much lace. Yeah. So, I mean, and it was really easy lace too. You know, like it looks super fancy, but it was super, for me, it was not hard at all. So, so that's that. I love it. Diane's yarn is amazing. I had a little bit of trouble getting the bead. I bead with, do you ever bead?
Haven't tried it yet.
So I use this little thing. It's a teeny tiny. There's a hook on there, I promise. That's how small it is.
No. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, see how tiny?
That is tiny.
And so you put the bead on the hook, then you pull your loop up, slide the bead onto the loop. So you pull this like through the loop so that your bead stays on the loop, put it back on the needle, and then knit it.
Does that increase?
No, because you're taking it off the left-hand needle, putting the bead on it, putting it back on, and then knitting it.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't say it right the first time. But this, I don't know if my bead was a bit small, but I had a booger of a time getting the yarn to come through the bead. It wanted to split, and I was like, ah! But I got it done. Whatever.
Right.
There's a ton of beads in there. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would have got it done even faster. But it's not the yarn's fault. I really think that my bead, because I've never had that problem. I think my beads were a smidge small, maybe. But anyway, it worked out.
When you're measuring in millimeters, it's...
Well, and I'm just like, yeah, those are pretty, whatever. I don't... Probably should have checked on that, but
right.
I was just using like stuff I just already had. I didn't want to buy anything, so. Okay, so that was one. Oh, this is also for the around your neck cowl, and I got a point because it's in my Mrs. Brown's bag, project bag. She was one of the sponsors, and I also got a bonus point because I used a Suburban Stitcher stitch marker. This is the project for our local knitting group for this month. It's the Adama.
Oh, and look at that. It came out so
it looks
bright.
Like, kind of like nothing on when you hold it up, but I guess I'll put it on.
No, it looks, I love the openness.
It blocked out so good.
Oh, good.
Like it's such a crisp block. Because I'm always forever using nylon, stuff that has nylon in it, and I know you're not supposed to for lace, but and so this is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. And it's a crunchier yarn.
It is.
But man, does it block out.
Oh, it is crunchy. It's still crunchy.
I mean, it's not soft, but I mean, it holds a block like none other. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that looks great.
And of course, in the pattern picture, this little like 00 chick is wearing it pulled down.
Oh, right.
Like, yeah, that's,
well, okay, so.
But it doesn't fit anybody like it fit like it fits her in the. You could do one.
Right. One. They.
But it's all of them run small.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask because everybody, not everybody, the majority of people in our group. It ran small, and I will show mine because.
And I've knit the fingering weight version, the Star Shower. And last year, and it was tiny. It came out.
It was
very
smaller
small.
than the schematic set.
It came out very small. Yes.
So here's mine.
Take it off. I'm sweating already.
Here's mine.
Oh, it looks so good. I
it's
love
still
that
on
yarn.
the needles. There we go. And you start down here with
Yeah.
this, with the garter stitch cast on.
Yep.
And then you grow. Well, and then you're doing it flat, and then you join. And it when I got to the join, before the join, it's supposed to be 22
I think, yeah.
across the top edge.
Mhm.
Mine was 16. And I was
You're
knitting
like,
it on
that's
the
not
9.
gonna go on my.
Well, I tried it. It would have gone on, and if I stretched it, I could get it to 22. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep going. It'll go.
If you have enough yarn.
And I did.
Yeah.
And
So did you frog it or did you just add?
I frogged it.
Oh, okay.
I was going and going, and I only went like 1 or 2 more repeats, and I think I screwed up on the lace part.
I totally did.
So I got to go back anyway. Let me just rip it all.
Yeah,
out.
I messed up at some point, but you can't. It's just.
Yeah.
It's just mesh. You can't even tell.
Right. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna treat this as a swatch. Get that into my brain that this is a swatch. I'm not screwing up.
Yeah.
I can.
We have a
let it
snoring
go.
dog in case you hear that.
No. Oh my gosh. So because I'm like, Sally, I am committed to this project, and I'm gonna make it work. I am not going back. I'm just gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Well,
The more you start telling
the more
yourself
I start
that, though, it's
thinking-
like,
and it really didn't take
who are you
long.
trying to convince?
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't take long to get to where I was. So
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Let's just frog it
It's honestly
now.
a quick project.
Yeah. It's very quick.
So it's better to just suck it up.
Right.
And restart it. Man, it's hard though. Luckily, I knew that it was running small. I did use the size 9 needle, but I just tried to keep my gauge pretty loose.
Oh.
And I also knew that this was going to take a very aggressive blocking.
Right. Right.
And so I just went with it. And I'm probably going to gift it, even though it's totally my color.
Right.
But and this is spruce. Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes, and spruce. But I just wanted to do it, for the group, and it's such a fun project. This is my second time, and I loved it.
I love knitting it.
Yeah.
What
yarn are you?
So this is Spud and Chloe.
It's so soft.
Remember when Susan B. Anderson brought it out? Well, it
so nice.
And I love it. It's fine.
You don't love it?
I don't love it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it
got
has
cotton
in it.
Oh.
And I'm gonna get this wrong
It
probably.
doesn't feel like it.
But it's 55% wool and 45% cotton.
Okay.
And it is it. To
Is
me,
that
it
what
feels
she
like cotton when I'm
suggests
knitting
for her
it.
toys?
That
usually?
she started doing a lot of toys when it
So
came
that
out.
makes sense that it's a good toy yarn.
Right.
Well, it looks gorgeous.
So what I found though, because it was when I was too small, I was knitting it on a 9. So I went through my needles and was like, well, what size do I have in the right length cable that's bigger than a 9? So it was a 10.5. So I'm like, okay, we're just doing
whatever.
it on
I'd rather it be too big than
no math involved. Just I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out perfect. I got
Gotcha.
22 inches when I got to the join. The yarn itself feels better to knit with the larger size
good.
needle.
Okay.
It's not as sticky.
Yeah.
Like, you know how cotton can be so sticky? It's not as sticky. It's
Cool.
much nicer to knit with.
Who knew that was going to happen? So that
I
works
had
out.
no idea. And I have quite a bit of Spud and Chloe, so I kind of
I have none.
knit with it. I just jumped on the bandwagon with Susan B. Love
Well, it's
her.
easy to do because she's
Yes.
amazing.
I love her. So
That's how we bonded, is over our mutual love of
that's right.
Susan B.
yeah.
Susan B. Anderson, you made this happen.
That's so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
So I tried to have it finished for today. It's not. I only have one more repeat to go, and it won't take long.
Well,
So next time I'll
life
have.
happens. You didn't knit like it was your JOB?
Not this time.
Oh.
Last time I did.
Well, you don't get a paycheck this week.
Neither do you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's a bummer.
Right. Yeah.
I have another FO.
Yay! Oh yes.
This is my Spindrift.
Oh.
Is it showing up?
And the My Little Pony.
It's Rainbow Dash. Well, yeah.
Rainbow Dash.
But
Yeah.
specifically Rainbow Dash.
Right.
And I did not do the Pico.
I was gonna say, wait, is it
Okay,
the
so
Pico?
Picos kill my wrists. That's what made me have major tendonitis flare up last summer. Was the Pico on the 3-color cashmere shawl.
Mm-hmm.
Almost killed me. So I was like, you know what? I knew I had Mimosa coming up that has, and you have to do a picot on that one.
Yeah,
like,
you really do.
That makes that shawl.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not doing it on this one. And this is my second time making this shawl. And so I felt like, you know, I did a beaded picot on my last one. Like, I put a bead on each picot.
Wow.
But that was for my mother-in-law, and that was a solid red. It was Ravelry red. And so I felt like, and I put, you know, tonal red beads on it. And with this one, I felt like the yarn was so loud.
Oh.
It doesn't need a picot.
True.
And so I felt like I've done the picot already on another one. We'll save that. And so I kind of like the plain bind off with this cray yarn.
I agree. It looks really nice.
How fun is this color?
Yeah. I love the curls that it makes.
I do too. And I didn't feel like, you know, I didn't feel like any of that got sacrificed by not doing the picot. And aren't you proud of me for doing shawlettes?
I know.
You've converted me. I mean, I still like a big shawl.
I just treat them like a little scarf.
Yeah, I can get more wear out of a shawlette.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that fun?
I love it.
So this is Yoshi and Lucy in the Rainbow Dash colorway. And I enjoyed it. And the Spindrift shawl by Helen Stewart. If you sign up for her newsletter, you get this pattern for free.
And in tutorials, she sends you like different.
The way she writes her patterns.
She's really
Gosh,
good.
it's so nice. You know, I mean, I'm pretty experienced. I can follow a pattern and I can figure out, you know, a lot. But man, sometimes it's nice to just have it literally written line by line, and you can just check.
That's the way I was with the starting point. It was so nice. Just
so
cross that off.
Yeah.
Cross that off.
So we love her. But yeah, so
very
I like
cute.
it.
Very cute.
And I'm super glad I didn't do the picot. I think it helps it shows the yarn off. But I don't know. Just doesn't detract from the colorway is the more important aspect of this one.
Right.
And I think that's it. Yeah. Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
3 FOs. Woo! It's the FO show, faux show.
That's the title right there.
I don't even know what I don't even know what comes out of my mouth. I swear. I'm totally stone cold sober too.
Okay. Isn't that a shame?
I know, right? Speaking of mimosas.
I know, really.
I feel like we should have some if we're going to talk about my mimosa shawl. Okay, so do you have any works in progress? Do you have any whips?
Well, I just showed the one. No, that's it.
Just your Adama?
I mean, I have lots that are hibernating right now, but the Adama and the Happy Snowman mitt are the two that I was working
I was just in finisher mode because the around your neck ends at the end of August. And so, you know, I don't know. I probably finished a little too soon.
You don't have anything else?
Well, I didn't. I wasn't going to make anything else because like Spectrum, I knew I didn't have time. I didn't want, honestly, because we have...
You don't want the pressure.
Yeah, and we have some stuff we'll tell you about in a minute that we're going to have to really talk about knit like it's your job.
On.
And so I just didn't want the pressure of having a 2-skein shawl due at the end of August. Like I just...
Right.
I would put that pressure on myself and like not sleep. Right. I just know myself and I can't do that. So... so I did. I was like, gosh, it's really bugging. It's just so not me to not be knitting around your neck till the bitter end. Right. So I did cast on.
And there is still 2 weeks. I mean, you could do something small.
So what I did is I went through my queue because I have my entire queue. I have like 70 plus projects in there, and they are all matched up with yarn that I own. So I went in there and I was like, what's a smaller project I can do? A, so that it counts for the cowl, and B, so that it's either done or I don't care about hibernating it so we can get our job knitting done. So I cast on one that I have had in my queue and had the yarn for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I was like, why have I not knit this?
I know.
So it's the Conjunction Cowl by one of my, and we'll put a picture up for you, but I'll just show you.
Pretty.
And it's by one of my favorite audio podcasts, Prairie Girls Knit and Spin. prairiegirlsusie is a designer, and she designed this. And I bought the yarn for it at Mad Tosh.
Oh, wow.
I think before the closing sale.
Oh wow.
Like,
that's a long time ago.
Yeah. So it's
your color.
And I swear, I promise I will not only knit teal, you guys. Like, bear with me. It's my favorite color, and so I have a lot of it. But I'm trying to not just show teal. But regardless, you guys. And I'm sorry. Look at my beautiful cakes.
I know, they are perfect.
I think I've finally got it down. Like, with the perfect tension.
There, I want to see more of that. Look at those pretty speckles.
This is one of their super popular colors.
What is it?
It's found pottery.
Oh.
I mean, I think they still dye it too because it's so popular. Maybe.
Come on.
I don't know. It's kind of a cream, and it has acid green and this same blue color.
And that's pretty color accurate on the screen.
Yeah, that's good. It's got pink, there's black little blips. I mean, it's yellow. It's pretty awesome. This is plunge.
Oh, like a pool.
Yes, isn't it so pretty?
Yeah.
And this is their pashmina, which is, I'm pretty sure, my favorite base ever.
And it's twisted. It's not a single.
I know. So this is plunge in the pashmina, and it's 75 merino, 15% silk, 10% cashmere. And it's just, it's so nice. And this, I don't think this is not pashmina. This is, 80-10-10 sport. So this is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So they both have a smidge of cashmere in it. But I love how this little bit of silk just makes that so shiny. But they look so, I bought these together for this project 2 years ago. And I'm just now knitting it. The white is trying to blow out, but super love.
Yeah.
Plunge and found pottery.
That'll be great for that pattern.
Yeah.
So the dark will be...
The dark will be where she has
lattice.
dark.
Okay.
Where's the project? Oh, here it is. It's like, okay.
Oh, there. You already started it.
I did, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm well on my way. I started this 2 days ago. I've really only knit on it for a day.
Wow.
Yes. I'm telling you.
You've made progress.
Yes. Look at that. Bam.
Wow.
I get so, because, we knit with so much fingering weight.
Right.
And then when you do a sport
or bigger,
it's like, oh my gosh, look at it grow.
Right.
And so the edging just curls up like that. And then you just have these, and I can't wait to block it because it's gonna,
it'll be nice.
Yeah. And so you make these like honeycomb looking things. This is the conjunction cowl.
That's great.
By Susie White. And I love it. I love how the it's like little windows that show my little colors. Isn't that fun?
Very fun.
Oh my gosh, and it's stupid easy.
Really?
So easy.
It does not look it.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It
doesn't look it.
Crazy complicated.
It's so stupid easy.
Nice.
I mean, I would recommend it for a beginner.
Wow.
I mean, she's a genius.
Wow.
Because, I mean, she makes it look it's super hard looking.
Right.
It's not. So easy. No fair isle at all. You're not doing two-handed, stranded color work at all.
It's just one color for each row.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I love it, Susie. And I'm so glad that they've started recording more often. I just love them so much.
And I don't listen because I don't do the audio.
You don't do audio, yeah. And see, I started with audio, so they're like my first love.
Right.
But then someone had to have a video podcast with me, and now I love those too. But yeah. So. Oh, and speaking of prairie girls, I brought out a hibernating whip, and it has. The other prairie girl Danny, is the yarn dyer, of the group. So that's her. I brought these back, my Stitch Surfers.
I started again.
Yep. I think I hadn't even put in a heel last time.
Oh.
So there's the heel. Excuse me. And now I'm starting up the leg. Yeah, I haven't worked on these in forever, and so I put a good I put a solid 3 inches on these bad boys.
Right.
And she, Prairie Girl Danny dyed the coral color. She's One Twisted Tree. That's her company. I'm so sorry. And then this is Nitpick's Stroll in the Koi Pond. Sorry, y'all might want to see it.
Not off camera.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? So yeah, so I brought those back. I'm trying to finish stuff. Like I said, I was just in finishing mode. So even though it's not around your neck,
Right.
I don't like lingering. Are you proud of me? I didn't frog them.
I am.
I let them languish for like 2 months.
Right.
And then I started them back up again.
Yes, instead of like,
I'm trying. So yeah, I usually am like, well, I haven't worked on these in 2 months. Frog, start over.
Right.
So I didn't. I just picked up where I left off, and so I only have the socks and the conjunction cowl.
That's it.
That is it. Well, except for my scrap blanket, but do we count that?
Right. Nah, we don't count that.
Which I'm totally hoping to put several squares on soon, but because I haven't touched it in like 6 or 7 months either. But that's my only whips.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
I
have like 5.
It feels so good to clear out my.
Yes.
Because I don't like languishing whips, and so
Right.
It's so nice to look at my Ravelry page, and it's like 2 whips, well 3 if you count my scrap blanket, and then just finished.
Right. With photos and
yes,
information.
yeah.
Yes.
So
I know.
So yeah, so hopefully I'll have maybe finish that sock. I don't know because we're about to start to have to knit up.
Should we talk about that?
Let's just go ahead and talk about it, and then we'll show our little tiny trophy.
Okay. Oh yeah, a little trophy.
Okay. So what we've been talking about, we've been
excited.
Oh my god, I can't even talk about it. Okay. So, we are about to have to start hitting it really hard with the knitting because we have been chosen to be yarn ambassadors for the Fibre Company.
I'm so excited. I've never knit with her yarn, and when Sallie brought it home from her trip, I was like, oh, this feels so good.
Yes. I mean, it's luxury. It's artisan yarn.
Yeah.
And she used to be, it started here in like Maine, Washington, I think, maybe.
Okay.
I might be wrong. Daphne, don't kill me. And then she moved to the UK. So she's based in the UK now. And oh my gosh, I mean, it's like artisan, handcrafted. She sits there in her office. She has like a lab she sets up in her office and dyes it, before she lets her mill. I mean, she's like so hands-on. And luxury, she's really into different fiber. Because the one I have is like, it's a lace weight and it has bison and camel and so it's crazy, such a strange, unique blend of really luxury fiber. And so I'm so excited. So they're going to send us the new fall colors. Yay! And so we'll show you, we can't show you until after September 1st. So the next episode will air on September 1st and you will get to see it here first, you guys.
Yep.
So I think there's 10 yarn ambassadors. And we are 2 of them.
No. And there's like famous people.
There's famous people in the group. There's famous people that like we're working alongside.
Yeah.
What? Little Bobbins, who I have watched for at least a year and a half now. Love her podcast. Gosh, and then there's designers in there and test knitters.
People who have been knitting forever.
50 years.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's a great little group. I'm excited to be in it.
Yeah. So we've been conversing with them and it's so exciting.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for our yarn to get here.
I check the front porch like 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Has it been delivered? Is it here? Is it here?
Yeah. So we're super excited.
Yeah.
We'll show you on the next episode and then we'll show you, what we've been knitting with it, and I can't even. I know.
So excited.
So that's our big announcement.
Yeah.
Is that we are yarn ambassadors. What? What? I know. Yeah, we're super special now.
We're on our way.
Remember, we're professionals.
Right.
Obviously. So yeah, so that's our exciting news. We have a visitor. Do you want to show our little trophies?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's my only trophy.
I know, and I should have given it to you before.
Oh, I know, because I haven't seen it.
I know. I kind of forgot, honestly. Legit forgot. And then I had put it in my project bag with my mimosa so that I would remember.
So you know how we do our knit-alongs with our local group.
With our local group.
So Sallie went to knitting group this week, or last week.
And we had a backlog that we had earned.
That we hadn't picked up.
Okay, I think that's all of yours.
And so
we picked up our stitch markers.
So for our brioche knit along, we have to show this one because we talked about it so many times. Is it going to show up? Maybe. Can I hold
I don't
it
know.
in? There we go. It's
a little loaf of bread.
It's there it is. A loaf of bread. Oh, come on.
I think it's trying to show me.
I can't. How can I make it?
I don't know.
Okay, so that's one. It'll go for a second and then.
Anyway.
And then.
So I love that one.
A seahorse for. Is that for Song of the Sea or Seashore Cow?
That was for Song of the Sea.
There we go.
There you go.
That's Song of the Sea.
How stinking cute is that?
Okay, now that we could do that, let me show the brioche again. There we go. A loaf of bread for brioche.
So funny. And then this was we wore on episode 1.
Yes.
Of the podcast, our seashore. It's a mermaid. The back of a mermaid. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Isn't she pretty?
And they're all the lobster clasp
yeah, so they're like more like progress keepers.
Right.
Or you could clip them onto a ring. I have some more if you want to see some that we've done in the past. We did a steeking challenge. So we got a little pair of scissors.
There.
What else?
Mine are in my bag.
I'm the only one who got this one.
Oh yeah, the deconstructed cowl.
That's the deconstructed cowl. Stop. Isn't that cute?
That is
love
adorable.
That. We did a sweater.
I just love how clever they are with picking it out. And it could be a sweater of any size. And I was going to do a miniature ornament one. And then I was like, no.
Like, forget about it. We did those mermaid tail blankets?
Oh.
Well, you could do... Did you do one?
I
did.
You
did. I knit one for Amelia, but Amelia has 2 American Girl dolls, so Allyn knit one.
Because again, you could do any size mermaid tail blanket. So we did doll size.
No shame in our game.
Right.
There's that one.
And so it's the seashell.
Isn't that pretty?
And I didn't have a doll to put one on.
Yeah,
so it was
she knit
does Amelia want another one?
She knit one for Amelia. So sweet. This was, gosh, I don't even know.
The hat that we gave.
12 days of Christmas?
Oh, yes, that was 12 days.
12 days. So we had 12 days of Christmas cast on. You literally cast on for 12 days leading up to Christmas. It was awful.
It was a challenge. Why is
it's just a Christmas tree. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever. It's a Christmas tree.
Yep.
What else? Oh,
the hat.
We did a charity hat knit along. I don't know if this is interesting to anyone, but
here we go.
Isn't it cute? Look at Santa hat. I have 2 mermaid tails on for some reason. This one Allyn made.
Oh, yeah. I made this one.
A little button.
Because
we did the Azel tunic.
And it has buttons on it.
Buttons up the side. This was for the Rose City Rollers.
Oh, right. And I love it.
How stinking cute is that? Rose City Roller socks.
And I literally knit socks so I could get that.
That's the only pair you've ever knit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was the very first one. We did the 3-color cashmere shawl. As our first one.
Yes.
And so it's a goat.
It's a cashmere goat.
Cashmere comes from goats.
And it has 3 colors on it.
So fun.
Yeah.
So those are just fun. And we're going to get one for the Star Shower, or the Adama.
Yes, for the Adama.
And who knows from there. I think there's going to be a
Stranger Things.
Oh, I already have the Stranger Things. Oh, but I don't have it on there.
Something.
It's attached to my Stranger Things.
Right.
Because it's a Christmas light bulb. Did I show you?
You did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little tiny Christmas vintage light bulb.
And I haven't
so
done my
cute.
Stranger Things yet because I frogged it.
Yeah,
So
that's okay.
yeah, it's coming.
I mean,
I'll have
the
it
show
finished
doesn't
by
come back until
Halloween.
Halloween, so we're gonna start on that though.
Right, I know, right?
Ooh.
I got some other stuff to work on now.
I know. Fibre Company.
And our next knit along in September is Fair Isle.
Fair Isle.
So
What are you making?
I'm making mitts that are rock paper scissor
Oh
mitts.
my gosh, they're so cool.
Because I have two friends in Chicago that are crazy about rock paper scissors.
Really?
Oh my gosh, they do it for
Like worse
everything.
than Nolan, because Nolan's pretty bad.
Yes.
But he's 5.
Yes, they do it for everything.
That is so funny.
They live in Chicago, so they can always use mitts.
So you have to make 2 pair?
So I have to make 2 pair. And I already bought the yarn. I ordered the yarn when I ordered the yarn for I'm using Knit Picks palette for it because that's what the pattern called for, and I didn't have anything in my stash. So
Those are so cool. I really want to make some.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can size them down.
and they're
for Nolan.
little, so I'm hoping that they won't take very long.
Yeah. Fair Isle is addictive to me, so
Yeah.
I want to knit it.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
helps.
excited. Well, I want to have it finished by the next to last weekend in September, so I can give it to them.
Maybe you should go ahead and start.
Oh yeah, it has been my intention to start.
You better
all
start it
summer.
before we get our Fibre Company yarn.
I know.
I'm knitting for.
But I want to finish Adama and then.
That's true. It does feel good to finish stuff.
Right.
So I'm knitting for the Fair Isle knit along. I'm gonna knit the pandemonium hat,
Oh,
the
right.
panda hat
Yes, the
for
panda
Amelia.
hat for-
I mean, she's like, when are you gonna? I'm like, it's 100 degrees. Like it's literally
You
80.
cannot wear it.
It's literally 89 degrees when you wake up in the morning. I think you're fine.
Right.
And she said once I knit it, she's gonna wear it every day.
I bet she will. Because school is kind of cold. Will they let her wear it in school?
I don't think you're allowed to wear a hat
Yeah. Zane's
unless it's a
saying no.
special day.
Yeah, Zane says
Yeah.
no, you can't wear hats.
I-
Not even
I
winter
think-
hats?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, and I think that's probably because of like baseball caps, and they have to just,
Right.
It's because they can't identify you, I think.
Oh. Zane says it's because they can't identify you.
this world we live in.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then there was something else I wanted to talk about.
I'm sure we have it on the list. The Fibre Company.
Well, that was another thing, and then we started talking about our stitch markers. But do you want to talk about what we did yesterday at 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
We sat at our computers
Oh my gosh.
like this.
And Zane
Refresh,
is a witness
refresh,
to
refresh.
it.
I was knitting and I had gum in my mouth. Okay, and I dropped my kids off. Yesterday was my kid's first day of school. Nolan started kindergarten and Amelia's in 4th. So I dropped my kids off and did the first day and like, oh, you know what? I was like I was nervous because Nolan is not a mature 5-year-old. So I was like, thinking, oh, I'm going to get a call. Like, but he did fine. But so I dropped my kids off at 8, get home, and I'm like going, oh my God, my house is so quiet.
Oh,
and then
yeah. All summer it hasn't been quiet.
And so at 10 o'clock, registration opened for the Knitting in the Hills retreat. And so
Which is kind of local to us.
Yes.
It's near Austin.
put on by Hill Country Weavers.
Right. So we can drive there.
Yes. And so at 9:45, I'm sitting at my computer knitting and chomping gum. And I was so just like anxious that I wasn't going to get a spot. I mean, I was literally like, and I was like, oh my God, I look like a psycho. But it was just, had so much nervous energy. Just from I think it was just too much for one day. Like,
Right.
no,
from the morning.
I dropped my baby off at
right.
kindergarten. And I was like nervous about because we'd been nervous about this registration for like a month.
Right.
And so it was like, it's finally happening. Both things are finally happening. And so I was just, and I was like, okay, take the gum out because you're like totally annoying
TMJ.
yourself. Yeah. And so 10 a.m. refreshed for the final time.
And Zane's sitting in my office across from me, and he's like, what you doing? And I'm like,
That's when you go, shut up,
I
talking.
I did not say that, but after because the page is nothing until they send it live, and so I was refreshing,
Yep.
and it came up, and I'm like, okay, I cannot talk anymore.
It's that Austin Powers scene
Oh,
where he's
right.
like, zip it.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Luckily, I did not have children at home.
Yes.
Again, because they were at school for the first day. And we both are going.
And my mom's going, so my mom and I are gonna go together.
I'm so excited.
And yeah, I'm super excited. And
I've never been so excited to like blow that much money in one.
Oh.
Like, we should not be quite as excited.
I know.
That was really
I'm
expensive.
clicking and I'm like, hardwood floors knitting retreat. Hardwood floors knitting retreat. Like, which one do I want more?
Duh.
I
One
know.
knitting retreat.
Knitting retreat.
Easy. Yeah. And so, and I had told my husband the day before, I was like, I've never been so nervous that someone's not going to want my $984. And then immediately, so I registered, and I immediately, like, 45 seconds later, my husband texts me and go, did you just spend $984 at Hill Country Weavers? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, is that the retreat? I said, yeah. And he goes, okay, well, I don't care, but I just got a
notice.
credit card text. I was like, say yes, it's fine.
Right.
But I was like, oh my God, I can't do anything.
No secrets.
I mean, he knew I was registering for
Right.
it because, I mean, that's a lot of money. I would never, just on a whim.
Right.
But we just paid off my car, so I'm totally justified, I feel like, in it's 2 car payments, and that pays for the retreat.
Yeah. And we should say who's going, because not everybody knows about Knitting in the Hills. But
Oh my God.
the lineup.
We get to meet, say it.
Locatelli! We get to take a class from her. Then, not just Joji, then it's Veera. Välimäki.
Who writes all the books with Joji, the interpretations book.
And then Michelle Wong,
Yes.
who does the amazing cable designs for Brooklyn Tweed. I mean, and here's what's crazy. So I don't normally knit sweaters. I don't normally knit garments because I feel like it just never is right. But I think I have so many shawls now that I'm like, well, can I really do that many
At
more
some
shawls?
point,
So,
you have to kind of branch out.
Right. So I've kind of been favoriting sweaters lately.
I
Like,
love
I
making
like that.
sweaters.
They're catching my eye.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to be in the mood to, do something that you have to pay attention to and think about, and
Right.
that's the thing with sweaters. It's like you're not always in the mood for one.
Well, turns out this retreat is 3 awesome sweater designers. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I think this is meant to be perfect timing.
Oh my God, I'm totally gonna wear my Joji my old romance.
Everybody's gonna be in starting point.
And my starting point layered with my 3-color cashmere.
Right.
That's the thing though. I literally could not physically wear everything I've knit from her. That's how much.
True.
That's how much
Yeah.
Joji I have knit.
That's true. Because her designs are amazing.
I mean, I have a hat, multiple cowls and shawls, only one sweater.
Yeah.
And by then I'll probably have her cables up the back socks knit as well.
Oh, right.
So I'm just gonna be like, oh my God, I love you.
I know. But
Mitch is like, what? And I'm like, you don't understand. This is literally like meeting your favorite golfer. You know, like,
right.
Because I wouldn't care if I ran into
No.
Jordan Spieth. I'd be like, Zane's freaking out. I'd be
He likes
like,
Jordan
you look so familiar.
Right.
And my husband,
I see you on my TV
meanwhile,
every
my
Sunday.
husband would be like peeing his pants. My husband and Zane apparently.
Right.
And my
But
dad-
like, and if Mitch ran into Joji, he'd be like, well, she's fine. But he wouldn't know. He'd say, well, she's beautiful. But he wouldn't, know who she is.
Yep.
But that's the thing. Like in your niche, they're a rock star.
Right. Right.
So
the retreat has, and it's sold out now. So
Is it really?
I checked it this.
I was
checked
gonna
it last
see.
night. No, I checked it this morning, and
because
it's
I was
sold out.
like, I didn't know if we were being overly anxious or if we were justified in being worried that we weren't going to get a spot.
Well, in the past years, they've said that they've sold out within the first 48 hours.
Okay.
But this
So
year
I was thinking, I was
24th.
literally thinking 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was afraid.
I was worried too because So my experience is DFW Fiber Fest when you're trying to sign up for classes.
Yes, and you can literally
some of them
be
you
30
have to-
seconds too late.
So that's why I had
But
that
this
same
is like
energy.
that on steroids.
Yeah.
Because it's 4 days.
So it's 4 days. There's 3 instructors, and you get a class. So included in the registration, yes, it's expensive, but it's all
it's
your
totally
meals.
worth it.
It's all your meals. It's your hotel. It's one class with each of the 3
At a
instructors.
luxury retreat, a luxury hotel.
Right.
Like on acreage. I mean,
And we don't have to fly to it.
Yes, we can drive.
So it's like, okay, well, I could spend a little
yes.
bit more money.
So it's
and not have to fly.
It's 3 nights in a luxury hotel, all your meals,
and an amazing swag bag.
amazing swag bag, meeting 3 rock star designers, and then the market, or I think there's a small market.
There's a market. Yeah.
But just, it's priceless.
Yeah.
Like,
meeting them is priceless.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless. So, I mean, I'm just picturing us when we get to be away from our kids for 4 days.
Around knitting people. Like, I'm excited about
Yes,
that too.
I'm excited. We get to drive down together into this world of our people.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That is priceless. And I don't care if I don't get a Christmas present or birthday present for the next decade.
Right.
I want to go to this.
Right.
So you make it work.
Yeah.
But
now I will say they do have day passes available, like for the
Saturday.
For Saturday.
And that was really reasonable, I thought.
I thought so too. I don't remember what you get with it because I wasn't paying attention.
Well, and there's all these little pop-up classes.
That's what it is. Breakout classes.
Breakout classes. And so you get access to that. And I don't know if it was a class or anything like that. Like an actual formal.
There's a lunch. You get lunch and dinner maybe that day.
Yeah.
You get your meals for that day, and then access to the marketplace, and there is something about pop-up classes.
Go look and see if they have any, if you're interested.
It's through the Hill Country Weavers website, which is a local yarn store down in Austin.
Amazing.
And they put on the Knitting in the Hills retreat.
Yes. So if
So
you're
we're
going,
excited.
let us know.
Yes, because we would
Oh my
love to see
God! I just
you.
got chills at the thought that we could meet some of our people.
Yay.
Yeah. So we're so excited about that.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
And it's not till March
I know,
next
it's
year.
March.
Like 6 months away.
But that's okay.
It is. We
It's
can
okay.
make it.
Yeah, and I'm just, hopefully going to be very frugal until then. That being said, Stitches is coming up.
That's true. So Stitches is coming up.
Stitches, Texas.
Oh, jinx. And we are going to go and shop on Friday. I'm not taking any classes.
I'm not taking any classes.
We're going to shop on Friday. The marketplace opens at 10, and I can stay until about 2 when I need to come home.
So come join
get
us.
My kids.
Come shop with us.
Yes.
We'll be there together. I
Yes.
think we're pretty distinctive looking.
Recognizable? But definitely come up to us because I know
Yes.
I have fangirled on people and be like, oh,
From
I don't wanna
afar.
bother them.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, come bother us. We will be so excited.
Please, to meet a stranger that knows us from our podcast
Right.
would basically make my life. And I know we have some DFW people, so please come up and say hi.
Right.
We'll just be shopping though.
Yeah.
So
We'll just
yeah.
We'll probably take pictures and video and stuff.
Yeah, so we'll show you.
To show on the
Yeah,
podcast,
but that's not
but-
until, so it's September 15th.
Right.
So it'll be a while before we show it on the podcast. But we wanted to throw it out there in case you're planning to go. You might want to go Friday so you can see us.
Because we're special.
So you can
like
see
that.
us like in our yarn piggery,
I know.
Yeah. I am actually excited about several booths. Specifically, I wrote down a few.
Oh, I
Stunning
haven't even looked.
Strings.
Oh, Stunning Strings.
I'm so excited.
Yay.
Stunning Strings coming. Lolo Barmaids.
Oh.
We get to see them in real life.
Wow.
Yeah, my solid lotion.
Yeah.
I'll put a coupon code in the show notes if you want 10% off. Leading Men Fiber Arts.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I've always wanted to. I've never seen their yarn, and
Neither. I want to check out their sock blanks. I don't knit socks, but I'm intrigued by sock blanks, and I really.
Well, you saw the best one there is last time
right?
online.
And it said salve, or salve, or save.
It said heart. It's pretty hideous. It's my shame. It's
So
my shame.
I'm curious about sock.
That's
blanks.
3 that I wrote down, but there's a ton. I'm excited. I don't get as excited as I get for Fiberfest. Fiberfest is my number 1. But Stitches is...
I've never been to Stitches.
Oh, that's
'cause I'm
right. You're
out of
usually
town.
gone. It's good. It's not quite as big as Fiberfest, but that can also be a good thing.
That's true.
So you can actually spend more time at each booth. Because sometimes Fiberfest, I'm breezing past things because it's I got a class or whatever. So I'm still excited. I'm not gonna turn my nose up at any yarn festival that would like to come to town.
Right.
But you hear about other people going to Stitches other places in the country, and it sounds a lot bigger.
Yeah, Stitches West sounds huge.
Yeah, and I think
And Stitches Midwest sounds huge.
Stitches Texas, I don't think is quite.
It's only the 3rd year they've been here.
Yeah, so it's not. It hasn't, quite grown. But it's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And I like to hang out with my owl. We love to shop together.
We
so.
do.
What else?
Hohi pattern.
Free
sale?
pattern, yeah, frat patterns. And
Oh, yeah.
you
I have
have
free
yeah.
pattern.
Okay, well first I put this on the Facebook page, but you want to pause this. First you're going to hit subscribe and thumbs up.
Yes.
Pause this. Go to Ravelry, pick out all your Hohi patterns that you want to knit, and buy them really fast. And the reason I'm telling you to do it fast is because this sale only goes through the 20th, so that's Sunday.
Of August, right.
August 20th, so that's Sunday. If you fill your cart and do checkout and then do Hohi Fall Cowl code, you get 20% off all of them. So I already did it.
How many did you buy?
I only bought 3.
What'd you buy?
I bought,
I'll put pictures
oh
here.
gosh. Okay, I already had cables down the back socks in my queue, and so I was like, well, duh, buy them, because why wait? You know, I'm going to knit them. I bought the Henley, timeless Henley, it's a shirt.
It's a sweater,
It's
yeah.
well, yeah, but it's like a thin, it's a Henley shirt.
Right.
It's so pretty. I don't have the yarn for that. It's not in my queue, but I definitely want to knit it, so I thought, may as well get it a couple bucks off. It was something already in my queue.
Was it the one you just mentioned, the shawl, the 2-color that you're gonna do?
It was
Diane's?
Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just totally, Spectrum. Yeah. Why could I not think of that?
And I haven't done it yet. I should go do that.
Go do it.
I know, because
Go
there's.
do it.
But you know,
And this
I
is
have
not
to
through
think-
us. This is literally,
No,
I'm
yeah.
just like looking at her Instagram, but I
Yeah.
want to spread the word because
Right.
Hohi's amazing.
Share the love. I have a hard time buying patterns that I'm not ready to knit.
Yeah.
Because I worry that, I'm going to spend $8 on
Yeah.
this and then I'm not ever going to knit it.
That's why because I already have all my patterns matched up with my stash. I've only have like maybe 1 or 2 yarns in stash that is not matched up to a pattern. Like I'm legit psycho. That's why I don't have a huge stash. Like I have a
Small stash. Right?
toddler size stash. And so I picked out the two of them that I already have the yarn picked out for.
Right.
So I felt okay about those. And then I just really wanted that Henley. And so, but usually I don't buy them until I'm ready to knit them.
Yeah.
But I made an exception for this one because I figure maybe I'll shop for the yarn for it either
Right.
at Stitches or the yarn crawl is coming up.
Yes. Our DFW yarn crawls this weekend.
That might be what I was about to mention earlier and I forgot.
Oh, yeah. I bet
Yarn
that
crawl,
was.
DFW yarn crawl.
Yeah.
Are you going on Friday?
Yes, but I don't think I'm going to make it on your whole route. Because it's
I'm not
so
doing
far
all
west.
of it. I'm not doing all of it. I'm only
And-
doing the Fort Worth stuff.
I have to squeeze it in between.
I might
kid
go to
stuff.
Knitting Fairy.
Oh, I have a PTA meeting
For a
Friday
minute.
at 11.
Oh,
That's
fair.
why I've got to bounce in between. I know.
I'm
do my
not
part.
gonna kill myself to get all of the passport stamps, but I would like to get a few, and I do want to go on the first day because that's just exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll be at West 7th Wool. I'll be at Tia Dana, who I'm not sure if she's on the crawl. Is she on the crawl? We're going anyway. Gloria Estafina.
And I've never been to her shop.
Jennings Street Yarn, Knitting Fairy. I think that's it. That's all I'm doing. Other people are like going at 10 o'clock at night or whatever.
Oh, yeah, to Fiber Circles.
in their
They're staying
pajamas.
open until 2 a.m.
Pass.
No, thank you.
Pass.
Right. I need sleep.
I love watching the people who are excited.
I know. They're
Libby.
having fun.
But
Libby.
so
She's the best.
we're gonna be Team Wonder Woman with the West 7th
Wool.
Wool. Because obviously, I mean, they're my favorite shop. Sorry.
I know.
I like
Sorry,
them.
not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
But my mom's coming Friday.
that's fun.
I know. So if we do
Hit
anything,
me up
it'll be
and
together.
Yeah, well, hit me up if you're gonna do stuff during
Right.
the week. Maybe
Well, we're out of town next week.
oh,
so-
where are you going?
Louisville.
Oh, that's
Visit my aunt.
right.
Yeah. Should we do
Free
freebies?
patterns? Yeah.
Okay. So, freebie time. Still no idea of what to name this segment other than
Oh, yeah.
freebie time, I guess.
Freebie time.
But the first one is called First Day of School Bracelet Duo. And it's super cute. They have a little poem
Looks like
that's
Rainbow
about
Loom.
going back to school. It does look like Rainbow Loom. And it is crochet. Sorry. But it's a bracelet that you can make for your child so that, and then you give them this little poem that talks about how, think of me at school when you see my bracelet or when you see your bracelet. And it's really super cute. I feel like I should have done it in the last episode.
I hadn't even seen that. Well, I guess I don't filter. My Ravelry is filtered knit
crochet.
only,
Right.
so I missed it. How cute!
Yeah, I thought that was.
I could have had
really
Amelia
adorable.
make some rainbow looms though.
Yeah. Well, and okay, so speaking of rainbow loom, at the Buffalo Wool Stitching Picnic, there was a woman there that had a crochet hook, which I use like old school metal boy crochet hooks with nothing on them because I inherited them all, and they'll never die.
Right.
They will be here longer than the cockroaches.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm fine with it. I'm used to them. I don't crochet that much, so
It works.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But somebody there had the same thing, but they had a rainbow loom holder on it. And she said that there's all kinds of free patterns out there for rainbow loom pencil holders or crochet
Amelia's
holders.
made pencil holders.
So
for your handle.
Yes. Now I don't know if I need it. I don't know. I've never tried a thicker crochet
I'll see if
hook.
Amelia has any, and I'll bring it for you.
That'd be great.
I'll be like, you're not gonna miss this, right?
I thought that was a great
That's a good idea.
good way to use a rainbow loom because we have a lot of rainbow loom
Amelia's,
rubber bands around.
Amelia's still pretty hardcore obsessed with her rainbow looms, even though
That's
she also
nice.
knits and crochets and
Right.
what does she do? Just making that yarn basket.
Oh,
and-
right. So, a
Very
cowl that I just saw, or that came out, is called Cyprinus by Paula B.
Oh, that's cute.
Cyprinus? I don't know. But it kind of reminds me of your cowl.
Except it's
except
sterile.
It's feral, right. So that you don't have the texture.
Yeah, mine has
of
texture,
yours.
but that's so
Right.
pretty.
But what I think would be great with
Look
this,
at that
she
ribbon.
does it in
Two-color
two
ribbon.
color, and what I think would be great is a solid as the lattice frame, and then a gradient
Yep.
for
Totally.
the rest.
Very
but it needs
cool.
to be a gradient that moves kind of quickly because it's a smaller
Look at that
circumference.
two-color ribbing though.
I think it's corrugated ribbing.
Probably. It probably has a real name.
Yeah,
I
it
just
is
don't know
corrugated. It's corrugated ribbing.
It's very pretty.
So I really like this one, and it's free, just completely
Amazing.
free. There's a sock pattern, which, as I've talked about, I don't knit socks, but this is I really like it. It's pretty. It has texture. It's called Knit Like It's 1999
I love that.
by Tricot and Stitch, and
That's
it's
cute.
free.
Love that texture.
Right, and it looks like the texture spirals
Wraps
around your
around.
leg. It's
That's cool.
really pretty, and I love the yarn they did it in. So that always helps. One thing that I found is that the patterns that my eye is drawn to on the Ravelry page are ones that are made with colors that I like.
Okay.
A couple of times I've found myself glance over ones that aren't made in like a color combination I like, and then I'll be like, well, let me go back and look in more detail, and it'll turn out to be a really great pattern, just it wasn't made in colors that I prefer. And it's incredible how it really does make a difference in if I like the pattern, if the sample is made in a color combination I like.
Huh.
Because
That's interesting.
sometimes
but you know
I'll be
that
like, but I don't like that pattern.
as long as you know that about
Right.
yourself.
So I have to catch myself every now and then. There's a brioche one, and this is probably one of them that I
passed over.
had passed over because I don't love the color combinations they did. It's called Shock Breck.
You're really picking the easy to pronounce
I know,
ones.
right? By Jennifer Willett, and it uses brioche. It's a triangle shawl, and so essentially down the middle, and you could do it scrappy. Like I would probably do it scrappy. On one side of a stripe section, it's brioche, and on the other side, it's another kind of stitch pattern.
Oh.
Which I don't know
That's
what it
cool.
is, but it makes it pretty
It's
interesting.
pretty cute.
So I like that.
See, it's interesting that you don't even give them you hardly give them a second glance if you don't like it in the colors. For me, I go, ooh, I don't like those colors. How could I
how could you fix it?
For me, I'm almost drawn to the colors that aren't my choice because I'm like, how would that look in teal and white? You know?
Right.
I'm like, oh, in teal and white, that would look amazing. So I'm trying to fix it. And you're like, I'm not even gonna bother. It's
I
just
know.
funny
I don't
how
even want to look at
it's
it.
just how your brain works, you know?
Right.
Because I'm like, I don't do that. And then I'm going, but that's because I automatically recolor it.
Right. Exactly. And I have to force myself to recolor.
Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Yeah.
And I'm glad there's so many colors in the world so that
I
everyone
know.
can have what they like. Because
Their
I'm
favorite.
sure people are tired of seeing my teal.
Not you.
I'm not.
You know.
I don't care.
But that's what I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a good little. Those are interesting today.
Yeah.
Yeah, some different ones.
I try to like, mix it up.
Mix it up. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Stay tuned. We're gonna have a 500 subscriber giveaway.
I can't believe we're even thinking
Talking
about
about. I
that.
know
That's crazy.
we're not even to 400 yet, but I wanted to have you be aware that there will be a giveaway
Right.
being announced soon. I gotta figure it out first. But we would really like to hit 500. So if you could share, if you could please thumbs up our
Thumbs
video, share the Facebook page with your knitter group, that would be lovely. We're just trying to, we want to have a bigger audience to show off the amazing Fibre Company yarn.
Right.
So, 2 weeks. We'll see you in 2
Yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks on September 1st.
Yes. Stay tuned.
I know.
And don't forget to slay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I'll go ahead and read the poem. Here are 2 bracelets, one big and one small, for your first day of school that is coming this fall. I'll wear the big one and think of you. The small one is yours, so you'll think of me too. Wear it to school while you work and you play, so you can have my heart while you are away.
Aww.
I got all chill.
Aww.
So-
My kids are already in school, and I'm
I
like,
know.
that's so sweet.
I feel like I should.
All right. Well, that's all I had.
Okay. Zane, do you have anything?
No.
Okay.
Other
Well-
than, would you make me a scarf?
A scarf. What kind of scarf?
A blue scarf.
A blue scarf.
Are you being a gimme pig?
Scarf.
Oh, like a Hogwarts kind of striped scarf?
No.
Are you Slytherin?
No.
he's not.
I was about
I'm
to say.
Ravenclaw.
He's Ravenclaw.
Okay.
I was Ravenclaw too, wasn't I?
No, you're Hufflepuff.
Am I
So is
Hufflepuff?
Kate.
Oh, Kidner, Hufflepuff.
I don't
What
know
are you?
I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't know that I've ever done a real test.
that's fun.
I've done every test on there.
Yeah.
Is it
You
always
have gum
gum?
on your face because you kept pulling it out of your mouth?
Boys, man.
Man, the germs on their hands
Yeah.
and then
Nolan has jam hands.
they're sticky.
Like, he can literally wash his hands with soap,
Uh-huh.
dry them. 5 minutes later, they're sticky for no reason. He creates
Right.
the mess. He secretes grossness.
That's funny.
Kind of miss him, though. I kind of
This
miss
is
him.
what you call freebie.
Freebie.
Free, you talk about
I know.
anything you want.
Oh, free talk?
Anything.
Yeah. It's usually called bloopers.
Yeah. He's like, and this is where I sneak in
I know
to the
you.
podcast.
Come here, you. You're so cute.